Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel again. This is just an updated version for the eviction video that I did. So a lot of people had a lot of questions about the eviction, what happened, what led up to it. So I just wanted to, the purpose of this video is just to answer some questions. It's for informational purposes. So because a lot of what I realized, and I didn't even know that until now, that a lot of landlords in New York City are like they have the same problem and the same issues. I didn't know that until um, I put out the eviction video part one and the part two. So the purpose of this video, I just wanted to answer some questions that people been messaging me, sending me DMs and stuff like that. I'm just pouring myself the best rum punch ever, JS Famous Jamaican Rum Punch. The link is on my YouTube channel, so if you want to purchase, this flavor is a tropical fantasy. Okay, so see the richness, guys. Anyway, so let's get into it. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, Judith, why is it that you had to pay the moving company, not the marshal? Why is it that you had to pay the marshal $3,800 to move out this person's belongings from the apartment? Why he or she didn't have to pay for it themselves? You understand? Why is it your responsibility to do that? So now the the you know what? Let me backtrack before I even tell you why I had to pay it. Now this let me give you a backstory of everything and what happened. So I rented this person, and if you notice, I never called this person name. I never showed you a photograph or a video of this person or what this person looks like, because you know what time it is already. Um, I could, but I'm not, because you know what happened? I'm not trying to humiliate anyone. I'm not trying to put down anyone. All I want to do is to bring light to this attention and for people who are going through similar things, because I wish I knew how to deal with this situation, because trust me, it would have saved me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You understand? But I didn't know the correct way to go about it, because this is the first time I've experienced anything like this. Anyway, backstory. I rented this person the apartment June 2018, right? When I rented this person the apartment June 2018, June 6th to be exact, June 6th, 2018. Um, she paid rent, and I could say she because she could be anybody. She paid rent for the entire year. Didn't have a problem with her from 2018 to like about 2019. Okay. However, like in the beginning of 2019, that's when I started having the problems with her. So she paid rent good for 1 year. Not really good. She was late sometime, but it's nothing to talk about. Those late couple of days and whatever was nothing to talk about, comparing to the drastic situation at hand. So when it comes to like from 2018 to 2019, she paid rent. When it comes to, so we would say like June to when it comes to 2019, that's when I started having the problem with her. Because remember, June 2018 to June 2019, that would be 1 year, right? So it would still be in 2019. That's when I started to have problems with her, where she's not paying me the rent. She would like 3 months would pass, and then she would pay me a month and whatever. Anyway, I got upset, and I told her, I said, listen, um, I get mad and say, you know what happened? I need my rent, and I depend on the rent to pay the mortgage, just like any other landlord in New York City. I depend on the rent to pay the mortgage, and you know what's going on. Most of the time, when I text her or call her or email her, she wouldn't respond. She owed me rent for 2019, 2020, all of that. She owed me rent. Now I have the date. What she did, remember, she owed me rent, all of this and all. Remember, it was like 2020 was COVID, owed me rent and all of that. I was so upset. I couldn't get to go to court because of the COVID, and that's why she owed me so much money. Anyway, she applied for what is called emergency rental assistance, ERAP. because in COVID, the government was giving out a lot of money. You understand? And they know how to beat the system. They know how to say, oh, they can't go to work, they're not feeling well, because they want to qualify for the money that the government is giving them. I don't know what happened or whatever. But anyway, I have it right here, because I don't want to say, I don't want anyone to tell me that I'm telling any lie on them. So she don't pay no rent. She applied for the ERAP. Let me tell you, I have it right here because it's a part of my court record. I got a payment from ERAP for her. Remember, I got a payment for ERAP for her. For the first payment that I got for ERAP was $9,500. You understand? Because when she submitted the payment, and I have all the paperwork to prove, when she submitted the payment for ERAP, ERAP didn't pay the entire money that she owed. Because remember, I'm telling you, this girl not paying rent from 2019, because they know how to milk the system. You understand? They know what to say, what to do, how many hours to go to work, when to go to work, so that they can qualify and all of that. They know how to beat the system, because that's what they do. So I got a check from Europe for her. The first check that I got was on November 2021, in November 2021, for $9,500. And the Europe, for everybody who want to know, is the emergency rental assistance program that the government give them money. Remember, this girl worked with the post office. So whatever she tell them, I don't know. You understand? But she got the check for $9,500. She still owe me back rent. So she go back again and apply for ERAP. When she go back again and apply for ERAP, ERAP gave me a check on December 26th, 20, on December 26th. Sorry, let me backtrack. On December 26th, 2022, that's when I got the first check from ERAP. And the first check that I got from ERAP was for $12,000. And then I got another check from ERAP for $9,500. So you see, that's two checks. So add up that. Two checks I got from Europe. One for $9,500 and one for $12,000. So can you imagine how much rent that she owe me? Because remember, I said she only pay rent straight for 1 month. And I have the Europe check stuff to prove, because they came to my bank account, because I had to go online and I had to give them the information and stuff like that, so that I could get the back rent that she owed me. All right. So remember, write that down. 9,500, 12,000. The rent is $1,500 a month. So think, but you still had owed me money. You understand? So when ERAP gave me the money, now what I went and do, I have a ledger, because you have to submit a ledger to the court. You understand? You have to submit a ledger to the court for all of the unpaid rents. So she still owe me for September 2020, because remember, when ERAP paid me, they didn't pay me for everything. They paid me $9,500 and then they gave me $12,000. So she still owe me for September 2020, October 2020, and these are all of this. April 2021, May 2021, December 2021, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November 2022. So from January to November 2022, she owed me. You understand? And then now we go down to 2023. December, a part of December, Europe take care. No, she paid me for the December 2022. Then you have May, June, July, August, September 2023. So remember, we're coming right now from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. So for 2023, she owed me May 5th, June 5th, July 5th, August 5th, September 5th. Now we up to 2024. No, we're still in 2023. October 2023, November 2023, December 2023. She owed me for all of that. Okay. Now go to January. Remember, the rent is $1,500 a month. Now go to January 2024. So remember, we're coming from 2020, right? Now we have to 2024. January 2024, February 2024, March 2024. She owed me for. Then remember, when we went to court, the judge had put her on a payment plan, because she said that she's gonna pay me towards the back rent and then continue to pay the rent. Say, for example, she would say, okay, she would give me $1,000, and I have all the court documents to prove this. All of them. I could post all of the court documents and just erase the names and the index number, if anything. I have everything. So it's like the judge had told her to pay me $1,000 towards the bill. So that's how, when we get to 2024, November and December was paid for. You understand? Because she was paying $1,000 towards bills, and then I would deduct it and stuff like that. Then now we come to 2025. She paid everything for 2025 except for October and November. And the only reason why she paid everything for October for everything for 2025 except October and November because a judge told her to pay it, or else I had to reinstate the eviction notices. So this is the thing with the court system. Now listen to me. And if you don't hear nothing, landlords who rent in their place to tenants, if you don't hear anything, because I wish somebody had told me this, hear this. Whenever a tenant is in your place and they're not paying you the rent, when you take them to court for your rent, do not ask them for payment. Just take back your apartment, because this is going to save you years in court. This is going to save you a lot of money in lawyer fee. Just tell them that you want back your place. You need your apartment. You understand? The tenant break the lease because they're not paying the rent and you want back your apartment. You'll get back your apartment so much faster. Because what happens, and let me explain this to you, when you tell them that you want your money, these tenants know what to do. The city have so much money that they're giving away to these people, whether they got to pay it back, yes or no. Some of them they got to pay back and some of them they don't have to pay back. The city, like City FEPs, you have a lot of different programs. I don't even remember all the name of the different programs that they can apply to. And once they show proof that they are trying to get the money for you, that's when you get an adjournment and you get an adjournment. So that was what was happening to me. She was going back and forth and say, oh, she go through City FEPs, she go through this and she go through that, and she's trying to get the money, and she have application in process. And mind you, they know the system. They know the system like the back of their hands. You understand? So she going through this and going through that and said, you know what happened? She trying to get the money. And every time she come back with a new application, she get denied, she come back. The last time she came back, she said that her approval is pending, but I had to give her a lease. Mind you, I don't trust this girl. I don't know what she's up to. I'm not giving you another lease for my apartment. I'm not giving you another lease. So now she's saying, oh, mind you, she could be telling the truth. She could be telling the truth, but I am not giving her another lease, because another lease, if I give her a lease for a year, that means she's binding to stay in that apartment for another year, whether or not she's been approved, yes or no. And mind you, it's years that she's been trying to. I remember when I got the call, my sister called me from Mandeville Public Hospital and told me that they were trying to resuscitate my dad at one point, and I was in court, and I went outside, and it's like I fell on the floor and hold my belly, and I was crying because my sister told me that, oh, they're trying to resuscitate my dad, and I was in court. I want to tell you, I cry. Yes, so I remember I cried so much, and people come over me and ask me what happened. I couldn't even talk. Because it's like my sister called me and I say, yo, Judith, they're resuscitating daddy. Them try. You understand? I mean, a court, a fight. Yo, people don't understand how much go through. So tell me, I tell a liar. When the liar come and they say, Miss Roberts, is everything okay? Me I say, just forget about it. Just let her take the apartment. Just let her do whatever she want to do, because I can't take it no more. And he's like, no, it's not going to go down like this. It's not going to go down. Come me explain to him and I tell him what happened. And he's like, no, it's not going to go down. Don't worry about it. We're going to make it happen for you. We're going to make it happen for you. Because it's like me just so overwhelmed. You understand? And may I tell you, them have all these different agencies where them can go to, and the judge tell them to, The judge said, tell them, so them can go to City Feds, them can go to this, and them have charity organization too, where them can go to for help them with them rent, But if you need your place, then means that them no need to go to them organization there. You understand? Afterwards, now, you can go fight them back for the money. You can go back and you can fight them for the money in court. You understand? So this is the difference. So remember, there's two things that you can fight for when you go to court. You can ask for when you go to court and when you're speaking to your lawyer. One, you want back possession of your apartment, or you want the money. Remember, never you say you want the money first. Tell them that you want possession of your apartment. Because once you say you want back the money, it can take you so long, and then I come back with one excuse. So what they ask for, they ask the judge for what is called an order to show cause. Order to show cause. So order to show cause, meaning that they're trying to get the money. Them apply to some government agency. Them apply to some charity. Them apply to some program. Something they apply for assistance, and you just keep on have to wait and wait and wait and wait. And that's what happened to me. I had to wait and wait and wait and wait. So the first wait and wait and wait that I had to do was for COVID. Remember, all of the court system did lock. So when she stopped paying me in 2019, I couldn't take her to court because everything locked down in the 2021, 2022, them time there. So when me go back to court now, when the court system open back everything now, that's why I said I've been in court with her for over 2 years. But really and truly, I know over 2 years, this thing has been happening from 2019. Because remember, I told you she came in the apartment from June 6, 2018. And she paid me for the year. She paid me good for a year. Oh, Mr. Goodman, I mean, she never late. But I mean, it's nothing to talk about again, compared to what I've been going through. You understand? So, guys, learn. When them break the lease, for whatever reason, non-payment or violate some form of contract on the lease, remember, you want back possession of your apartment. You want back. Don't let them trick on you. Again, you want back possession of your apartment. Make them go in some shelter or go stay with some family member. They are not your responsibility. They're not your kids. They're grown people just like me and you. Healthy people just like me and you. Them are not old people where you say you're sorry for them. They're not old people. They're not mentally challenged people like people with disability where you can say, okay, you're sorry for them. Not only sorry for people with disability and old people. People who are strong and healthy like me not sorry for them. And that's the first thing that was the first mistake that I made, because when I met her, I was sorry for her because she told me that her baby father was very abusive and she was trying to get away from him. I'm sorry for her. I'm say, you know what happened? She told me she was going to school. Somebody say, you know what happened? She going to school. She working with the post office. Her income meet the requirements for the apartment. Let me give her a chance. Because people always giving me a chance. So let me give her a chance. Chances get me to where I am right now. So let me give somebody else a chance. So that's how I ended up taking her. One, she have a little girl. At the time, her little girl was about 8 or 9. You understand? Two, she was going to school, trying to get a higher education. 3, she worked with the post office and her income met the requirements for the apartment. Mind you, I've never, ever, since 2018, I've never increased the cost for the apartment. Since 2018. Go back to the story now. When she went to court one at a time, she said that one of the claims that she made was that the appliance in the apartment was not working. Right? She said that. That was on one of the court paper. So she wanted me to fix the appliance. I said, okay. I have emails. I can show you email, pan top of email right now. I can open my computer and show you email, pan top of email. And she can show you when I email her. I can show you text, on top of text, I text her and email her. I said, listen, give me access to the apartment. I want access to the apartment. So I could show you. I could show you email. I could show you text messages. Proof with date and timestamps that I asked her for access to the apartment. Girl never give me no access. Oh no, girl not answer me. Oh no, she not answer me. But you know why she don't want to answer me? Because she know how she have the apartment. She know how she was living. But yet still, somebody trying to humiliate you. How is somebody trying to humiliate you when that's the way you live? If that's the way how you live, you should be happy. You should be proud because that's how you're living. Because it's not like say, okay, you can't clean the apartment, you can't get it together. Nobody not ask you for paint. Nobody not ask you for fix eat, for fix store, for fix fridge. Just clean. You can know when somebody not clean for 9 months, and you can know when somebody not clean for 8 years or 7 years. You can tell. You can tell. So fast forward back to where the money for the moving company. No, guys, you gotta listen. You have to listen to this part because this is very important. And this can determine whether or not you get back possession of your apartment or you have to hand back possession of the apartment to the tenant. So everybody asking, Judith, why did you have to pay $3,800 for this lady to move? Why she can't pay to move her stuff? Now this is it. There are two things in New York when it comes to eviction. Number one, in a New York, number one, the tenant have you can keep the tenant stuff in your apartment. The tenant have 30 days to come get their stuff, and they have one attempt to come get their stuff within the 30 days. That's the first one. Remember what I said? You can keep the stuff in the apartment that you rent to the tenant. That you can keep the tenant stuff in your apartment for 30 days, 30 days, and they have one attempt to come and get their stuff. The next thing, the next option number two, is that you can get a moving company to move out their stuff and put them in a storage. Now, you have to listen to this very carefully. You cannot ask your friend, you cannot rent a truck. It's not advisable that you rent a truck from Home Depot and call your family member them to come help you, put the stuff them in a truck, and you bring it to a storage. You cannot do that. What you need to do is get a licensed company, right, to come into the apartment. They're going to take, they're licensed, they're insured, they're associated with the courts and the marshal office, or with the marshal office. You understand? They're reputable. This is what they do. You understand? And you get them to come into the apartment and you get them to take the stuff out. They are liable because you have some of them tenants and them lie and wicked, and them players dirty and mucky and disgusting, and them not everything in the mash up, and it's obvious that everything in their mash up. But then they're gonna tell you, oh, they had an airing that cost $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, or they have $15,000 in a drawer someplace, or they have a necklace that they got from Italy that value $1 million. They got this, they got that. I'm telling you. So when you get the licensed company to come in and move out their stuff, you are not responsible for nothing in the apartment. All the responsibility come off you and go on the moving company. So that's why I paid the extra money. And it's not really extra because they gave me a good price. Because with all them junk and muck and all them stuff there in the apartment, they gave me a good price. So that's why I paid the company, because I didn't want to be held responsible for damages or anything, or lost or anything of her stuff. I didn't want to have anything to do with her. So when she called me, I just gave her the number. And I just text her the number for the moving company. Now the moving company, they pack up everything in boxes, wrap up everything, and they bring it to a storage facility, and they keep the things for 30 days. If she don't go for the stuff within 30 days, then it goes to the garbage. Pretty much. But they are the ones. So if she want to say, okay, anything is missing, speak to the moving company. Speak to the moving company. So I'm not responsible. So what happens? Now this is very important. Now, Judith, why you had to pay? You didn't even have the money. So why you had to pay the $3,800? Why didn't you leave things in the apartment for the 30 days? Now this is it. Now in New York City, I don't know about the whole of New York State, I don't know about other states, but in New York City, you have, after you have been evicted, you hear what I said? After you have been evicted, the tenant has the right to one post-eviction hearing. Did you hear what I said? You hear what I said? And I drop me a mic. So I'm like, say, okay, your tenant be evicted now, and then done, and this is it, and you wash your hand clean. It doesn't work like that. In New York City, the tenant has the right to one post-eviction hearing. She can present her case to the judge, and she could say to the judge that there's things in the apartment that she still needs for work, because she need to go to work money. She could say, remember, she has a 1 month, a baby, a newborn baby. She could say there's things in the apartment that the baby needs. She could say that there's medication that she need that is in the apartment. Whatever thing that is necessary. I'm not talking about wants. I'm talking about needs. And they know how to manipulate the system. They know what to do and what to say. And the judge could have leniency and give her access to the apartment again for another 30 to 60 days. So because I didn't want none of that, what I did, I prefer to just get the moving company, sacrifice and pay the money, move out the stuff, and I wash my hands clean of her. So now anything you need, anything you want, please contact the moving company. So that is why I had to sacrifice and come up with the money to pay the moving company $3,800. Because I didn't want her to go to the court, plead the case. Remember, she have a newborn baby. Because that's what was, remember, you know, and I tell people, you know, no judge decision is ever final. It's only final if the tenant decide not to act on it. And the reason why I say this is because I had no further order to show cause. She keep on getting no order to show cause. They keep on approving her next month, 1 month, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever. Every time she go, the judge give her more time, because she said, oh, she applied to this, she applied to that, so they keep on giving her more time. One at a time, 2 times. But the first time, the judge give her no further order to show cause. I'm happy now, my God back boss. Yes, finally I go get rid of her out of the apartment. I want to have nothing else to do with her. I'm finally going to get rid of her out of the apartment. Because remember, the judge said no further order to show cause. That means she's not supposed to go back in front of the judge to claim anything. Girl, go back in front of the court again and ask them for more time because she still try to get money from the city agency. And the same judge that signed no further order to show cause, he approved her order to show cause again. You know me mad. Me upset. But okay, all right, Judith. Want to ride out the storm. God is still with you. God is standing by. Ride out your storm. It'll cost me more money. You understand? In a lawyer fee. Again, $350 for lawyer fee. Again, $40 for parking downtown Brooklyn. Again, gas. Again, a little lunch car. Whole day of court. Again, a day's salary because me have to stop from work to go court. Okay, Judith, ride out the storm. My ball. You think I like a ball? You think I like a cry? You think I like a cry? You think I like a food me not eat? Huh? Come here and say, what kind of cross is this? Anyway, we'll go court one heap at a time after that. Judge keep on approving or no further to show cause. She take her case from Brooklyn. I look money. At the city office, them and got Queens. I look money. Them deny her case of Brooklyn, them deny her case of Brooklyn, them deny, she go to Queens, them deny her case of Queens, she go back to Queens and deny her case, go back to Brooklyn. But mind you, she have things in application in process. Because every time them deny, she put it in back in her. Because she want the judge to say she have application in process. That's why I tell her, do not ask for money. Ask for your place and then you could go back and fight for your money. Anyway, reverse. When we done put the last slap now and everything, I will go back to court after. Then me have all of the paperwork, you know. Me have all the documents, you know. If I want to bring them forward, me can bring them forward and erase the names. In the last slap now, the judge put back, they should go back to court again. And the judge say, no further order to show cause. That means you can't come back to him. Go back to court again and tell the judge say she have a baby and she get C-section and she want more time. Remember, they said no further order to show cause. The same judge we put in no further order to show cause him approve it again. I give her more time in the apartment again. So you see why I say the judge decision is not final? Because every time she get no for 2 times she get no further order to show cause and she go back for the 2 time. And the same judge will give no further order to show cause him approve it again. Okay. Stick a pin. Stick a pin. Now, when we go back to court, because she can remember now, she plea her case and say she have a newborn baby, the baby come before time, she get C-section, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so she need more time, so I'm approve it. So then now, when we go back to court after that now, the judge said no, she gotta go, she gotta go. So I turned to the judge, because remember me, I have to do my research and whatever, so I turned to the judge, I'm going to say to the judge, say, Judge, can I get no further martial notice? So that's something that you need to learn too. Always ask for no further martial notice. If me ask for that from the first order to show cause, if me to know that, so that's why me I teach you to know. When the judge said no more order to show cause, tell your lawyer say for ask the judge to give no further martial notice because that means that the marshal not have a server again. Because you don't understand when she break it for the eviction, the marshal have to give her for server 14 days in advance. So can you imagine she go back to court? The judge and them know the system. She go back to court after she get the approval for order for show cause and the judge give her time to come back to court. She go back to court. Now the judge give her more time, and tell her to come out by. So for example, the judge said come out by the 15th of December. She for serve back the marshal notice. Remember the marshal have to give 2 weeks notice before the marshal can run up in there. So that's why one time we went there, she didn't know. Because I don't know, she wasn't communicating with her lawyer or whatever. But she never knew. So she would have more time. She thinks she could have go back to court again and buy more time. She had no intention of moving. She had absolutely no intention. So even though she had said, oh, somebody who have intention of moving. Don't let me not pack up her stuff like that. As you can see, I showed you the apartment. She had no intention of moving. But guys, you know what? I have to go now because I have to go deal with some stuff. But hopefully this video was very informative. But just know, say, if you're not take away nothing from this, take away this. Take away these 3 things. Number 1, when somebody violate the lease or stop pay the rent, do not ask for money. Ask for possession back of your apartment. That's the quickest way to get them out and to get back your apartment. Number 2, when you get back your apartment, when they move out, if you can get a moving company to come in and move out the things them, pay because them have the right to one post-eviction hearing, and the judge could either approve it or disapprove it. And if the judge approve it, you don't want them in the apartment again for next 30 to 60 days. Number 3, anytime you go and the judge say no further order to show cause, ask the judge say if him can no further martial notice, because the martial notice take the marshal have to serve them 2 weeks. Or if him say okay, him can't approve the no further martial notice, ask the judge say if the martial notice can be done by mail. Because if you not ask the judge must say, okay, serve back marshal notice. If the marshal have to go there and deliver it, way more money, $100. $100. So every time the marshal go there and deliver the notice to her, $100 may have to pay. But however, if the marshal mail it at $31, something like that, may have to pay. So you see the difference in the money? So everything is money. So nobody feel like say, me take pleasure in this. But I feel like say me I look clout out of this. But I wish that somebody had made a video like this to teach me so that it would save me thousands of dollars, tears, heartache, pain, suffering, so I can't have like a ropes and know what to do and what to say when I go court. And guys, remember, you have to have your ledger. Every time when you have a tenant have a ledger, every time them pay you check it off. Every time them not pay you check it off, because when them not pay you need your ledger. Because you cannot present a case to the judge unless you have a ledger of everything with them owe you. And me have a ledger. Me have my email. Me have a picture of how she get the apartment. Me have a binder full. So them said my lawyer said to me, said the one that come represent me, said, You want to come work for me? Because it seemed like you're a lawyer. Me have a binder with all of the picture them when me rent out the apartment. Me have a binder of all of the email them when me send to her to come fix the appliances. Me have a binder of all of the email them when me send to her and ask her for my money. Can I make sure ask her when we send her email and text? I make sure I say to her, I say, today is June 20th. Like me just I said, today is June 25th, 2024. I'm asking you, like, why don't I need my money? I'm gonna print out everything. Just like how when you owe a credit card and when you owe people, so them call you every minute and ask you for their money. I saw me call her and ask her for my money all the time. I'm gonna have the printout every time I'm gonna ask her for my money. I'm gonna tell her how much you owe me and everything. So everything, me have every single thing in my binder. I'm gonna have it a digital, me have a digital record of everything too. So guys, keep good records. You understand? Keep good records. And I hope this was able to help somebody. And this is not really what my channel is about, really. I love fashion. I love entertainment. I love travel. I just love have fun. I love family. I love food. So, you're going to see a bunch of those stuff on my page. But this I had to address because as my daughter I said, Mommy, and every time you must teach something, and every time, sometimes you must just feel the need because me I say, if somebody they teach me this, one time I rent place, I would be happy. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, share it, like, comment. And if you have more questions, put them in the comment and hopefully I'll be able to do another video to give you more information. But if you have more questions, put them down there. I'll try my best to answer all of them. Okay. And another thing, you see what my sweatshirt says? You see my sweatshirt? You see what it says? It says resilient. I make these sweatshirts. So if you're interested in purchasing sweatshirts or t-shirts, resilient, because I needed this at a point in my life when, I was going through this with the tenant. I was going through this. My brother died. My dad died a month after my brother was buried. I needed this shirt. So that's how I came up with this. You understand? I was going through a lot and I had to remind myself that I needed to be resilient. So if you need to order this sweatshirt or t-shirt, JS personalization, the link is in my my description. Okay, so www.jspersonalizations.com. Order your resilient t-shirt and sweatshirt. Thank you. Okay, until next time, peace out. God is good. God is in control. No weapons formed against me shall prosper, because guess what? God have the final say. Not devil, not evil people, not Obiawaka. Jesus, God have the final say. Good night.